Hey guys and girls, what's up? This is Zanaris, and I'm going to start off this video with a question. I'm going to ask you, the viewer. Would you marry my cat? Let that sit for a little bit. Let's watch the game now. FXOSheth is spawning as the purple Zerg down in the bottom left position against the yellow Protoss opponent KiwiKaKi of Team Root up in the top left on the first map in this best of 3 match series, IC Cup Test Bug. This is a 3-player map, and I'll actually just go over it very briefly here. Before I do that, I want to point out this is from MLG Columbus. This is just continuing my coverage of the replays released from that. So, have a ton of games we're going to be casting here in the coming days. I think I've already recorded like 7 or 8 of them today alone. We'll try to upload them all as quickly as possible. But anyways, yeah, let's go over a little bit of player information now. Sheth, his real name is Sean. He's a 22-year-old Zerg player from the United States of America. He's currently a member of Team FX Open Esports. He is a former Broodlord player, and as far as recent tournament/community participation goes, he is currently participating in the NASL, and also he took first place in the 2011 Starcraft Invitational #1. Pretty good stuff there, Chef. Also, this guy has a live stream that I find really entertaining to watch. A lot of times I won't watch live stream just because the camera's flipping back and forth because they're spamming their APM, and it really just kind of, I feel, detracts from the overall viewing experience. And this guy, he actually kind of goes through his mentality, his thought processes as he's playing. And sure, some people do that, but I don't know. I guess he just does a really good job of it. So, Chef, he's got a good stream. Google it sometime. You should check it out. Now, let's talk about KiwiKaKi for just a second here. Up here, we actually have the man who is dropping down a fast forge as we speak at his natural expansion in relation to what the Zerg player is doing. Chef down here with the conservative Zerg build, getting the metabolic boost upgrade, and then taking the expansion. Since it's a ZVP, I'm not surprised at all that we're going to see that, because, I mean, KiwiKaKi's got the probe right here. So I'd say it's a fairly good thing to start off with. KiwiKaKi, real name Jonathan, 22-year-old player from Canada. My voice just really cracked right there. Canada, Team Root Gaming. And as far as tournament participation goes, he actually took second place in the IGN Pro League, which is pretty awesome stuff. MLG Dallas, he took second place. And he's also participated in a bunch of NVIDIA Gosu Gamers King of the Hill match series. And he's actually scored first and second place throughout that. Not in the same league, of course. But, yeah, anyways, so Chef moving out. He's got about 6 Zerglings actually heading out here. We'll see how far he's willing to commit to this attack. You see, he does have the metabolic boost. Now, this is actually going to tell KiwiKaKi some information. Most importantly, that Sheth is going to be indeed getting that Zergling speed upgrade, as if he already didn't know it. But the fact that Sheth was willing to commit those Zerglings already into the base meant that he was going to have that speed coming soon, and that would lend itself well to this continued probe harassment, which you see he's just kind of ducking in, trying to get a couple hits. He doesn't want to irk the probes too much, because he knows that a surround will ultimately mean the Zergling's death. But you see, he's actually doing a pretty good job of it. We've got the health bars turned on right now, so you can kind of see what's going on with the health as the Zerglings are continuing to press in. Press forward. Oh, one of these probes might go down on the gas. That's not a good thing. Zealot has finally arrived, like seriously, 20 minutes later. That's like the most epic launch I've ever seen. A probe does go down, though. Very nicely handled. A second probe goes down. These Zerglings are definitely paying for themselves, as he's having to avoid the Zealot while not going too deep into the probe line. Oh, looks like he got split up there. Yeah, that poor Zergling about half health. Yep, you see he is now running in and trying to pick off another one. Don't think it's going to go too well, though. You can pretty much just relegate this one down to scouting duty right here, as it's just going to continue to run around. Yep, sure enough, there we go. But look at this. Sheth bringing over a bunch more Zerglings. The wall is complete, though. Sheth is kind of realizing that. All right, not really going to get in there anymore. Not a whole lot I can do, but he is still microing this one poor Zergling who finally died. We can actually just look at the units lost right now and see 4 to 6. Wow, 4 workers killed early in the game. Look at how that is actually affecting it. Protoss, despite the fact that he has this expansion down here, is still just neck and neck with the Zerg. You see he's able to close that gap very quickly. He knows the Protoss is not going to be able to leave the base anytime soon, and that's kind of why he's droning up right now and going for this 3rd expansion. He knows that there's not really going to be any attacks, and if there is, then he's going to know about it. You see, he's got the Zerglings right here. Alright, so he's going to see if KiwiKaKi maybe busts it down. The only thing he's not going to know is if he decides to switch over and do some kind of airplay, which you look down here and see, alright, Sheth's got 1 queen there, and he's also got 1 queen there. That's about it. Maybe get another queen or 2. For this hatch, maybe transition it over as time goes on. But all in all, I would say that's a very successful early first few minutes for Sheth. Taking out 4 probes, pretty big deal there. Not only that, but really keeping KiwiKaKi distracted during that period of time, diverting his attention a little bit. And you see, finally, Overlord going to be taken out right there. Sheth just scouting out. Will he make it to the gateways, though? Oh, so very close, so very close. Oh! Wow, he spots 1 gateway. So, is it enough? We'll see. We'll see what he gathers from that. We'll watch the production tab here in the next minute or so. I'm fairly sure that he actually did watch those structures going down. And so looking over here, we do have a Twilight Council going down. All right, that's good. So maybe he's going to be getting some kind of Blink Stalker play. We did see In Control go for the fast expand into Dark Templars at 3 different bases. That was a very, very interesting thing to watch. If you haven't already watched that In Control versus Lysira series, not going to spoil it for you. Don't think seeing DTs run there was spoiling. No, it's not spoiling it for you. But yeah, it's a very, very fun match series. Definitely check that out. It should actually be already uploaded, so I just recorded it a short while ago. Kind of uploaded these in a random order, pretty much as I download them. But you see Sheth over here scouting out once again another sacrificed Overlord, getting that crucial information. Will it actually spot this right here? Yes, it did, as we have a little bit of lag there. All right, there we go, finally. Robotics facility going down, so he will be able to get some observers down here and finally see what is going on. We actually just look at, despite the production tab, as far as units go, just a few Zerglings and a couple Roaches are really all Sheth has. Of course, those Zerglings are hanging out up here, just keeping an eye on KiwiKaKi, who is doing a good job keeping up with his upgrades here, now working on weapons level 2. As far as income goes, we can see Sheth does have an advantage, which KiwiKaKi is currently scouting 64 to 52 and about a 400 mineral gap, and they're roughly the same gas right now, so that's definitely helping out. Although as this extractor is starting to put to work, we can see that's actually going to kick up just a tiny bit. Looks like KiwiKaKi is actually ready to push out now, but look at that, 76 to 68 just blocked for a brief moment. Not that huge deal though, not that huge of a deal. He is going to have to put something there to make sure there's no Zergling run-bys or anything of that sort. Again, I refer you to the previous games that we've cast from MLG. We've actually had a lot of variety. Had some tactics that I haven't seen work in a while actually work in some of these videos. So pretty interesting stuff. Pretty top list of players they had actually come out to that series as well. Now KiwiKaKi, you see, he is pretty Stalker heavy right now, which is not surprising. Like I said, he does have that blink ability, and here comes the probe. That's going to be for the proxy pylon, get those quick reinforcements. Sure enough, there it is, just out of range of that creep. Oh, so close. If you control that watchtower, oh no, he spotted that. Okay. So here we go. Like how the queen is in the mix. He's got enough energy for 1 heal. Hey, that's better than nothing, right? Couple Stalkers here, or Hydralisks, rather. Think that's a very, very good move to get those. Of course, Hydralisks are very effective against Stalkers. The Blink, of course, can mitigate that somewhat, but still, we'll actually see how this goes here. As KiwiKaKi trying to engage in this choke point right here, but look at the Zerglings actually trying to come around and flank from the rear. Will he be able to do it? Will he be successful? No, it looks like he's actually causing the force fields to blow. We can see there's about 3 sentries left in there, enough for a few more force fields and a few additional Stalkers warping in as well. But at this point, I think Sheth is in a really good spot. We can see 173 to 112. As far as income goes, about 300, 400 difference there. And now KiwiKaKi is cut off from his base. He's going to be cut off from that proxy pylon as soon as those force fields go down. So he is definitely going to have to make this fight work. He is going to retreat to a high ground, which I think is an excellent move at this point. He's got to force the Zerg player to fight on his terms now, but you see, Sheth knows what's going on. He knows the score, so he's just going to come in from the back and flank attack. KiwiKaKi does suffer some pretty hefty losses during that engagement, and ultimately is forced to retreat. He has tried to drop this expansion in the meantime, but you look 179 to 87, 64 to 53. Really, how do you think this is going to go down right now? Sheth is perfectly content where he is in terms of the tech tree. He is continuing on just producing the Hydralisks, the Roaches. You see there's a nice steady stream of units coming down here as we speak. Even a Queen coming up here, man. Look at this. It's almost got enough energy for 2 heals now as KiwiKaKi is trying to divert the army that Sheth has away from the natural expansion and buy himself enough time to, well, get anything he can. You look and see he has got actually about 700 minerals or so. That obviously just dipped down a second or two ago, but still, he has been forced. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not using the chrono boost on his gateways right now. A little bit surprising considering the pressing issue at hand, but overall, I'm going to have to say I think Sheth has got this. You look in economy, 186 to 88. I mean, really, what's KiwiKaKi going to be able to do at this point? Not a lot. His only option is to try to guard this Colossus, which you see there is only one of them right now. The shields have already dropped, so obviously that has become a priority target for Sheth as he continues to press forward into the natural, taking out the remainder of the gateway forces down here at the bottom of the ramp, and the Nexus is down. Final thing. Oh, no, we'll not even have to bust up the ramp. No final engagement there, just a GG from KiwiKaKi, another GG from Sheth, and we proceed on to game number 2.